Good morning, children. Good morning, class. How are you all? Hope you all are fit and fine. Today is Tuesday. Again, we will sit with each other for our EVS class, children. Yesterday session, we have gone through pollination part as well as seeds part. That means seeds definition and germination of seeds. Today, we will come to the end of the chapter, and today's topic is dispersal of seeds as well as vegetable vegetative propagation. So now first of all I will discuss with you the first point of today, that is dispersal of seeds. What is seeds dispersal, student? You know, as plants are fixed to the ground, is it or not? All the plants are fixed on the ground. So, if all the seeds of a plant fall and germinate near it, they will not get favorable condition for growth. Therefore, it is necessary for us to, or not necessary for us only, necessary by the nature to get scattered and grow away from the parent plant. For the requirement of the nature only, the seeds must be scattered and grow away from the parent plant. Okay? The scattering of seeds for growing away from their parent plant is called dispersal of seeds. So, what is the definition? Definition is the scattering of seed for growing away from their parent plant is called dispersal of seed. There are some natural agents, children, that help in scattering the seed away from the parent plant. Those natural agents are actually wind, water, animals, and by explosion of fruits. By explosion of fruits. These are actually said to be the agent of dispersal. Okay, children? So, in simple language, we will say wind, water, animals, and explosion of fruits helps the seeds in scattering away from the parent plant. Some seeds and fruits develop a special structure that helps them in dispersal. So, now I will discuss with you the 4 agents of dispersal of seeds. Number 1, wind. Seeds that are small in size and light in weight are dispersed by wind. That means those seeds, they are very light and small in size, can be dispersed by wind. Cotton, madder, and dandelion seeds are dispersed by wind. They have fine, long hair around them, and some of the seeds also carrying some wings too. So they are easily carried out by the wind. Okay, children. So those sheets which are very small in size and light in weight can be dispersed through the wind. Example: cotton, dandelion, madder, etc. Okay. Now I will discuss with you about the second agent of dispersal. Okay, children. Seeds of plants growing in water or near water bodies are dispersed by water. So, seeds of the plants growing in water or nearby area of the water can be dispersed by the water. These seeds are light in weight and are able to float in water. So, what are the special characteristics? The special characteristics of those seeds must be, or those seeds must be able to float in water. The sponge fruit of lotus and fibrous outer covering of coconut make them light. So, coconut and lotus are the example of dispersed by water. The sponge fruits are there inside the lotus, and coconut is having their fibrous outer cover. Those make them light and help them to float on the water. These help a seed float on water and move long distance. Now I will discuss with you about the third agent of dispersal. Many fruits and seeds are spread by animals, birds, and humans. There are many fruits and seeds, they are knowingly or unknowingly dispersed by the animal, birds, and human being. Humans and animals eat fruits and throw away their seeds. Isn't it, children? Sometimes we eat apple, oranges, guavas, and we throw away their seeds. These grow into a new plant. Squirrels collect nuts and bury them. When the condition becomes favorable, these nuts grow into a new plant. Sometimes birds eat fruits and seeds come out in their dropping undigested. And some seeds get stuck to their beaks while they are eating fruits. Birds are having beaks, so some seeds got stuck with their beaks while they are eating fruits. When they rub their beaks, these seeds fall down and later on grow into new plants. Okay, children? So, human being, birds or animal, knowingly or unknowingly, after eating the fruits, sometimes we throw it away or it comes out with our it comes out from our body just with the undigested food, and they get inside the ground and we get seeds or baby, we get from those seeds baby new plants. Now I will say you the last agent of dispersal, that is explosion of fruits. Pods of some fruits like peas, beans and balsam burst open or explode when dry, thus scattering their seeds. So, some seeds like peas and beans, they automatically burst out and scattered nearby the areas when they get dried. Okay, so these are the 4 agent or ways of dispersal. Now I will come for the discussion of the second point, that is vegetative propagation. The term vegetative propagation is new for you and you might think, what is vegetative propagation? Vegetative propagation is actually parts of the plants like leaf, roots, stem and leaf give rise to a new plant. That means vegetative propagation is a way where through the parts of a plants like leaf, roots, stem, from there only new plant can grow. Okay, so vegetative propagation is the process of regeneration or regrowth of new plant from the leaf, roots or stem of a plant. The detached part of the plant has cells enough to divide and produce new individual. Some plants multiply with the help of roots, stem, leaves or spores. Okay, so some plants is having the capacity to multiply them with the help of the roots, stem and leaves or spores. This is known as vegetative propagation. Now I will discuss with you some of the ways with example of vegetative propagation. Number 1, vegetative propagation using leaves. Leaves of some plants are used for reproduction or propagation. For example, Bryophyllum is a plant which is known for its ability to reproduce using leaves. In this type of reproduction, plants develop from birds. These birds are present on the marginal notches of the leaves. See, you will find out or you will come to know how plants are regrowing or propagating from the marginal notches of the leaves. This is biophyllum plant. Sorry, I will say you leaves of the bryophyllum plant. Now I will discuss with you vegetative propagation using the stem. There are some trees like rose, sugarcane. They can be propagated through their stems. And another example of vegetative propagation can take place from the stem of the ginger, potatoes also. The stem bears outwards or outgrowths called buds. The stem of the potato ginger bears small outgrowths. Those outgrowths are called buds. A cutting of such stem is buried in moist soil along with the bud. From that way or from there only, new plants can be developed. Another way, we can cut the stem of the rose plant or we can cut the stem of the sugarcane plant if we bury those plant stem inside the soil or within the, or I can say inside the moist soil. So after few days those plants will give rise a new plant.